We got ourselves Team Blue already set up and ready to go with... Where's Urgebine at? He's stuck somewhere. Is that, which one is Urgebine? Is he the Demon Hunter? Is he the Orcus? Looks like he's the Smorcus Orcus. We got ourselves our boy Kachikan, looking like he came right out of Cataclysm. We got ourselves Kissy. We got ourselves Oblivious, playing more of the Marksman Hunter. Let's go, boys. And UKL playing more of the Demon Hunter. Haven't seen you in a while in your DH, my boy. We got ourselves on Team Red. We got ourselves Barkley, a female Tauren. Is that original Tauren? Not a high mountain? It is. So many hordes. We got Divas going back as an elemental, not even enhancement. We got McTiddles in the back. Oh, great shoulders, my dude. Nexius, and we got ourselves Tumpana. Wait, is that Kachikan's Tauren? Barkley? Wait, no, let's use this team. What am I talking about? But we got Team Strength with an all-ball Divas. You know what? Blood and Thunder. That's as strong as you're gonna get. Barkley looks like he's going to be going up first versus Durgsbride sneaking his way over as an Outlaw Rogue versus a Fury Warrior. Are we gonna have... Nope, not gonna have Circle Range. Actually, Durgsbride is gonna open up with a focused Azeroth beam, lopping off for Barkley 40% of the health in the opener. That's gonna be a double disarm for the both of his Durgsbride, busting out the pistol shot, getting those comp points built, is popping into a drone rush. Second stun coming on to Barkley, actually dropping him quite low with the kill spirit to fall, and Barkley is gonna continue on healing from this damage, and that's gonna be second shotting blast for Durgsbride. Zach's actually so close to get Barkley down. Barkley has no health, trying to see if he can catch up to Durgsbride, popping on that commanding shot, gonna go for a massive heal, but it's gonna be a vanish out of Durks as we see it in rage regeneration coming out for Barkley. Commanding shot is down. Durgsbride can literally sneeze on a guy, and that'll be enough. And down he goes. Literally double laser beamed him to death. Durgsbride busted out all the tricks in the book. That just was dirty, dude. He did that warrior dirty. That wasn't even a real fair duel. He just cyclotronic blasted the warrior after laser beaming them in the face. And they did try to get a leap charge in with all the heals, but the Durgsbride was able to sneak away. Barkley also had a trinket unless they decided to run Relentless or something. Or adaptation, that could have been it too. Divas is getting opened up on. He's going to get a knockback on the Durgsbride. Got the totems up and running. Lightning Lasso forcing a trinket out of Durgsbride at the beginning. And Divas keeps throwing on the flame, that concentrated flame. And Durks has an extra instant cast in his inventory. Gonna be dropping down Capacitor Totem. Durks is bailing out. He's gonna get a stun onto that Hex Stormkeeper coming out. That's not gonna be an interrupt, but Durks does land a gouge in Divas though. Does he have an interrupt? I don't think he has an interrupt anymore. Maybe he's still holding on to it. It's hard to tell which cooldown is up or not. That's going to be Twisted Beam from up above. Actually moving with that beam at rank 3. That's going to be Divas hitting that with an interrupt. Killing speed down for Durgsbride with a Lightning Lasso. Does connect finally. Durks has Cloak and Vantage backup if he needs to. Going to be a Hex out onto Durks. No kick available for him. Actually can still use certain abilities while in Hex. I think he can still get a Concoction burning, which is interesting. Gonna be gouging the Divas, shortest gouge in the world. And Durks might just have to Cloak of Shadows this, or grapple. Oh, is actually gonna grapple up to get away from Divas. Trying to land inside the guy as best as possible. Looking to catch a reset without popping off that vanish. That's gonna be Elemental on one side. Second Elemental coming down with a stun. Divas is gonna BDR himself onto that Lightning Lasso. Is gonna shorthand himself. Knock back on the Durgsbride. Is he gonna play defensive? No, stayed on Divas. And that's actually gonna be an interrupt onto the Castle Cyclotronic. Still can recast it and channel it for quite a while. Still has the Cyclotronic trinket. Is going to be able to use it on Divas. Quite a bit of damage coming down. Does interrupt him on the Hex. Is locking him out into nature. No knockbacks available. No stuns anymore. That's going to be some freebie damage for Durks with a Bladder. Divas is going to go for a Hex. Does land the Hex. That's going to be quite a few free heals for Divas. Durgsbride won't have his Cyclotronic Blast, won't have Azeroth Beam for a while, but it's still trying to make whatever work out of this. Divas needs to get another Lightning Lasso. Big Earthshock on the Durgsbride. Lightning Lasso catching him, saving the chicken, procking in. Second stun by the pet. Not sure if you meant to do that. That's going to be Durks trying to bail out of that situation. Sprinting, popping himself a sippy cup. into a killing spree onto Divas, trying to do counter offensive, has cloak and vanish if he needs to, trying to get a kick out of Divas, is going to be able to use the Azeroth beam, next stun lock, that's going to be a stun lock onto Divas. Is Darksbite following up with the Azeroth beam? He is forcing a wall out of Divas, still quite a bit of free damage with a grapple hook away. What is this game? Laser beam rogue versus the world, man. Sap on the Divas to follow right after him. And Darksbite would look like got a bit of an auto attack. Is going to kick some more sippy cups for him, more concoctions brewing for this alchemist. Literally, I mean, it's basically an alchemist. That's going to be locked down by Divas with that last knocking Darksbite as he responds with a trinket with a stun. And Divas is still looking pretty good. Big Earthshock onto Darksbite, and Dirks still holding on to Cloak of Shadows. That's going to be his ace in the hole. Grapple hook into Divas, try to see if he can interrupt him. Looks like it's not going to happen. Short stun onto Divas with a cloak to follow. And Divas is just going to cast healing surges for himself for free. And Dirks is going to try to jump down. Is he going to try to grapple hook around? Looks like it's not going to be happening for him. Divas needs to get another lightning lasso with a massive Earthshock to follow. Darksbite is still playing that good sustained damage though. Still maintaining himself. Divas is looking to catch an angle on the Dirks. Looks like he's not able to do it. Gouge to follow for Darksbite. And maybe looking for a full stun. Does get a full stun on Divas. Is that going to be a lot of damage here? Get some damage, but bailing out at the last moment. Into a Cyclotronic Blast. Looks like it gets interrupted on the cast, not the channel. Still is going to have that as an ace in a hole. Darksbite popping in another sippy cup. And that's going to be killing spree to follow up on the Dirks. On the Divas, that's gonna be Cyclotronic Blast. He's trying to heal through it. Darksbite is trying to connect. Divas got enough heals to get through that Cyclotronic Blast. Stormkeeper to follow, as it's gonna be an Azeroth beam, but Dirks, more beams out of this bad boy. Not gonna have this available for a while, and Dirks is gonna vanish out of that situation as Divas is setting himself with a Primal Fire Elemental. Darksbite still around, has dots on him though. Couple zaps coming out as Divas pops up his taser, get a couple lightning bolts in. Darksbite looking to get an angle. Looks like he's not going to be able to. Gonna get a stun onto Divas as Divas smacks him with a massive Earthshock. And Darksbite not going to have a ticket for this one. Lightning Lasso connected, and Divas needs to maximize the damage of Lightning Lasso. Should probably beef up. Is it not running? Divas is not running Blood of the Enemy combo with Sky Fury with massive Earthshocks. I feel like if it was, that would have been the end of the duel. But he is playing for a more consistent build. He also can use the flames, the Crucible Flame, in order to self-heal if necessary. Darksbite catching himself more concoctions, more sippy cups. This man got this man for a full cooler with Kool-Aid jammers in this thing. Cheap shot to follow with a knockback, and Dirks maybe will follow up with more stun. Gonna be a killing spree. The lightning lasso coming out. Dirks instantly trinket out of that one. Popping in that adrenaline rush, trying to follow the damage. That's gonna be Divas trying to land some slows on the guy. Looks like it's not gonna happen. Shortest stun in the world out of Darksbite. Wall coming in for Divas, getting kicked on nature spells. Dirks to still take him out here. Could follow up with a blind. Is going to follow up with a blind to catch a full reset on a Divas. And is going to get a sippy cups rolling. Darksbite could even cloak and pop both lasers, and Divas wouldn't be able to interrupt him. Looks like Dirks doesn't catch a restyle though. Short stun onto Divas though with an Azeroth beam to follow. Doing quite a lot of damage. Divas safe to chicken procking right now. Hex coming out. Does land the Hex. And Darksbite just doesn't have a way to respond to it. He's just stuck out there. Little Ratchet with a couple toothpicks in his hands and his claws. Divas still hanging in. Darksbite still hanging in. Where's someone medicine? 30% dampening. Somebody's going to be dying sometime soon. Big knockback on the Dirk. Stormkeeper for Divas. Stun for Darksbite. It's the grapple hooks in there. Has Cyclotronic Blast if he needs to. Lightning Lasso stopping the damage of the killing spree. But Divas is still very low on health. It's going to get interrupted on the cast, but not the channel. Divas should be delaying that interrupt a little bit later because that cast almost goes through him. Darksbite actually interrupts himself midway of it. Did he mess up his own channel of it? Does he still have the Cyclotronic Blast already? Maybe he's trying to wait for a full stun in order to get big damage to Divas. Is going to land the stun. Does he have the trinket? Looks like he actually might have messed up his own trinket. He's not using him. Looks like he might have actually messed up his own channel of his own trinket. That's big damage loss right there. 2-minute cooldown on that one. Gonna be an interrupt on the Divas as Divas health is super low. Maybe a gouge to interrupt the shield surges. Gonna be a stun. He just needs to stagger the cast for Divas. Grapple hook him to him to stay on him as best possible. Hex coming out. Does Cloak of Shadows off this. Actually interrupt Divas on a nature spell. No cast available. Wall this damage as best as they can. Short stop by the pet. Hex does come out in the end. Darksbite has no answer for this one. And Divas should be able to get himself a couple heals, but he's still not out of this fight. Divas needs to line himself up a big kill right now on the Dirks, swapping out his pets for a fire pet elemental. Is gonna go popping out big damage. Chickens out of that stun into some more zaps on the Dirks, who vanishes out of that one, and Divas is gonna go for a bit of a heal. 8 minutes in, these boys are still in there. Dirks gets out of stealth with the flame shock dot. Gonna be a massive earth shock on him, maybe an interrupt onto Azeroth beam. Does interrupt the channel of it into a lightning lasso. It's gonna be a chicken out of Dirks, getting knocked away. Maybe Divas can do something. Same chicken coming out for Dirks bind, but he does land a blind on Divas. No chicken available for the shaman. If Dirks can land a full cyclotronic blast while Divas is low, maybe while he's stunned for a full, might be able to kill it right here. Needs to get him low. Divas does sneak in a Crucible Flame as a self heal with a nice hot as well as a good heal as an instant cast. Gonna be an interrupt on the Divas cast on Hex though. Dirks Brine not gonna have an interrupt this time. Hex should still come out. Gouge should follow. Maybe this Hex comes out. Stun coming out. Trying to interrupt his cast. Save the chicken coming out for Divas. This is his last line of defense. 15 seconds left on a wall. If Dirks is looking to finish this fight right now, he might want to go in on it. It's going to be an interrupt on a Divas. Maybe Cyclotronic could come out here if he has it. Looks like he does not. Stormkeeper is going to be for free for Divas. Dropping out his totems, trying to get a big Earthshock in there. And Dirks Bind is going to try to get a Cyclotronic. Was that interrupt on a channel or a cast? Both the Azeroth beam and Cyclotronic. If you interrupt the cast of it, you can still recast it after a little bit. If you interrupt the channel, that's it. The chicken has been used. So you want to kind of delay it. Divas popping in the wall. Dirks Bind is getting low on health. No clock available. Has a Cyclotronic blast. Is not going to be enough to get through to Divas. Trying to blast him. Looks like it was actually cut short a little bit. It's going to go for a vanish, but his vanish actually broke. He's still staying in there. Cloak of Shadow is available very soon. Divas' health is definitely in the worst position possible. Dirks trying to end. They're trying to hold on to Cloak of Shadow as best possible. Short stun onto Divas. Does have the Azeroth beam. It looks like Divas does go down at the very end with Dirks Bind still holding on to that cloak. Grappling out of there as Nyx is getting in. Try to see if he can maybe get a dot on the Dirks Bind immediately so he can continue on this fight. 10 minutes in and Dirks Bind is still hanging in there as the Outlaw rogue, healing like a champ. Does walk through the death and decay. The pet, is that going to attack him? Dirks Bind is, he gets run away from the pet. Yeah, actually, look at the dust he leaves the pet in. Actually sprinted away from the pet enough to catch the reset. No totems alive. Yeah, I feel like Divas, if you kept the totems up at all times, you would get a lot of value for your damage as well as the resource generation. And because he's running Dirks Bind all over the place, sometimes he might be zoning away from the totems. Gonna be the Death Knight picking up the eye. Gonna be buffing his pets up and running. Trying to get an army of the dead rolling. Back-to-back stun on the Dirks Bind. Chickens out of that. Strangulate. That's gonna be the army of the dead rolling in. Dirks Bind looking to catch a reset. Grapple Hook getting yoinked back. Needs to get that vanish right now. Has the vanish if he needs to reset. It's gonna go for cloak as well as a parry. And trying to parry all the damage while doing as much damage to the Death Knight Nyx. Nyx dropping down the A-bomb, and that's going to be Dirks Bind bailing out of there with a vanish. Death Knight Decay dodging that, continuing to sprint. If Nyx has a grip, he does get to redot him. Doesn't have the grip for it though. Might be able to get away, but those dots are going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Then there's the pets connect again. It's going to be a Risen Skulker looking to get a setup. It's going to be a blind on a Nyx. The pet is going to get some attacks. It's going to be a gouge on the pet. Dirks Bind could still actually catch a full reset. Don't want to Nyx though. Try to get away from the guy. Trying to dodge both the pet and the Death Knight. Doing a fairly decent job so far. Getting redotted though regardless. Dirks Bind doesn't have any way to heal. It's going to get a disarm onto the Death Knight, who's going to get a stun onto Dirks Bind. Could be enough damage as the pet is getting beefed up. Stun onto Nyx. Trying to get a Cyclotronic Blast. Looks like a gouge going to come out to follow. Azeroth Beam comes in. Does he have enough damage? He does not. And Nyx does take him out. Scatter shot by a Blip to follow with an aim shot. Trying to one-shot Nyx. Gonna be a Lichborn coming out with a Dark Pack. Looking to deal some damage to the pet. And that's going to be some pot shots available for a Blip. But Nyx is looking to recover from the pet as much as he can. A Blip is going to throw down that Crucible Flame. Trying to get those arcane shots in there. And does land the last arcane shot needed as the Death Knight gets himself Dark Pack. Gonna be McTiddles in there. Stormbolt coming out onto the pet actually. Getting knocked away by a Blip. What is that stun on Stormbolt on the pet? Maybe that's what he's going for. Aim shots coming out. Busting all this out by a Blip. Getting some freebie damage into the McTiddles, who's not looking for a line of sight. Just looking to get in up close and personal. Gonna be another disengage for a Blip with another aim shot to follow. Does he have another rapid fire to follow? He's just trying to get as many casts in. McTiddles does get himself massive heals. Gonna be a turtle shell right now for a Blip. Should turn around and hit the pet while he had his heal. Actually not gonna get any kind of heal. What is the trick? What is this man? What? Is this guy DC? He left. Oh, he left. I think he realized the mistake he made. And he left. Poor boy. Already see Tumpana, you last man standing. 13 minutes, 50% dampening. Are you gonna be able to make it here? I love what Dirkshire was living for as long as he did, and now it's oblivious. Already got through 2 people within like less than a minute time of like the duel starting for him. What just happened? Tumpana, he's like, you know what? Dampen is pretty high. I might as well give this man an honor duel. I could probably out heal a hunter. I could probably out heal a marksman hunter. Like if it was Mistmaster survival, that could be one thing, but a marksman hunter, sheesh, easy. It looks like he actually almost knows where Obliv is at. Was walking right at him. Obliv needs to make sure he has the line of sight and the range. Tumpana knows exactly where he's at. He actually knows where this man went. That's going to be an aim shot for free. Stormbolt onto Obliv. He's going to trick it out of it. Disengages from Tumpana. Big lead by the warrior. It's going to be a double tap available for Obliv. Let's go for the aim shot. A rapid fire. Double aim shot coming out. Trying to get more of that damage on Tumpana with a Maledict to follow. Maledict going to try to suppress as much healing as possible. Going to get another knockback. Cyclotron Chicky get interrupted. Rapid fire to follow. Tumpana is actually zoned out completely. Going to be free aim shots for Obliv. Getting big damage. Tumpana actually, what was that? Marksman Hunter damage. He should have had 3 kills. I know Dirkshire did more damage. That's mostly because the duel lasted that long. But the marksman, though, boys, he played super well. Oh my god. We got to get another one in. We got to get another one in. If y'all guys want to go again and just change up the...